if you can hear me, raise your hand. All right, very good. Anna, Brennan, George, Nick, Noah, Taha. Very good, very good. All right, put your hands out. If you can see my screen, raise your hand. All right, hands up. All right, let's put our hands down now. All right, that's okay. All right, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be downloading a software for game called Game Maker by Yo-Yo Games. This will be a process for all of us. We'll probably download it tonight, allow you to experiment with it, as well as make some adjustments to it. Because can you all put your hand down? For some reason, I can't control my hands right now. So please put your hand down if you can. All right. Interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the hand software for raising your hand is frozen. So please type in if you have a question or comment for right now, or try to put your hand down because I can't override it. All right. All right. Now, Game Maker. We're going to be downloading this. Now, there are going to be some similarities and differences between a Mac version and a PC version. So if you are a little confused, it's all right. Just make sure you're paying attention because everything will look a little different, but it's going to do the same thing. All right. So what I'm going to need you really paying attention to it all because of the fact that the Mac and PC version, they run the same way. It's just they look a little different. So when you're using this software, boys and girls, that you're paying attention because I might explain what's going on. You're like, oh no, mine doesn't look exactly like that. It's okay. I need you being focused and you'll notice the differences. All right? Okay. Moving forward. Question. Type in if you want me to call on you. This is new. We're not using the Brendan. We are not using the Pi. We're starting something completely new. You're going to our gaming section. Okay. What do you know about gaming, video game creation, and etc.? Would anyone like to share? What do you know about video gaming creations? Please type in, because remember I just stated that, Max, call on Max, thank you. Go ahead, Max, what do you know?
I have actually taken a game creating class, like, I think it was 2 years ago.
Okay.
So it was really challenging. Like, you have to, what we did in the game creating class, we had to make all of our, like, scratch sprites and backgrounds. So it was challenging, and that's most of what I remember. I don't remember much about it.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. All right, thank you, Max. All right, let's call on Anna. Anna, go ahead.
So just be sure we aren't using our Pi today.
We are not using the Pi today.
No. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Call on Brendan. Go ahead, Brendan.
Muted.
Is this the last time, or are we not going to use our pies anymore, or are we still going to use them? Like,
Most likely we will not be using them. We're going to do gaming for a little while, and I can't think of the other thing off the top of my head.
Okay. Pies were interesting.
Yeah, it was a good time. We did a lot of cool stuff with physical computing and programming and hacking. So yeah. Thank you for sharing.
All right, I'm going to shut this Raspberry Pi down.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. All right. Anyone else like to share what you know about gaming, video game creation, etc.? Thank you, Brendan, Anna, and Max, for sharing. Brendan also typed in, has stuff to do with coding. Okay. All right, let's look at it a little more. All right, we're going to look at genres of games. Okay. First genre is action. Twitch games often rely on eye-hand coordination. These are fast-paced games. Winning is based on the player's reflexes. So doing something that's really quick. George typed in code and assets and actions. Very good. Thank you. Have to do with gaming. Very good. Thank you, George. Games like this where you're trying to do something really quickly rely on eye-hand coordination. All right. So timing, etc. Next, emphasis for strategy game is a logical thinking and strategy resource planning. Winning is based on critical decision making. Many are played by taking turns. So just that's strategy. Then we have adventure. And as you're doing this, we want to type in whatever games you think of that come to mind when you're doing this. I'll share those with everybody. Adventure, action with a storyline and puzzle solving. Winning takes action, inventory management. Okay. So there's different games. And I want you also to realize that some of these games that we play, that we know of, that we've heard of, are a blend of a mixture of different games. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Next, we have role-playing games, adventure with more reliance on character growth and development for strategy because of some combat. Management of reported statistics, huge epic quests and fantasy with non-player characters are common. This makes me think of WoW. I have friends who play WoW. To those who know, WoW is World of Warcraft. The next we have puzzle, and that should say classic. I gotta physically change that. George typed in Kojo's Journey for some examples. Minecraft, Call of Duty. Noah typed in. Josh typed in Pokemon. So you guys are thinking of games that come up with these descriptions, which is very good. Puzzle and I should say classic. I gotta fix that. These are leisure derived. These are games that are now based off of board games or card or trivia. One of the biggest ones I could think of is Solitaire. Solitaire comes pretty much on most computers' games, especially on PCs, as well as you can download it for apps and etc. These are games that we develop into basic games. Max typed in an example role-playing game on a website called coolmath.com, Johnny Upgrade Duck Life. Another puzzle would be Tetris. Tetris actually started off as a Russian board game that they turned into a video game in the early 80s. All right. Okay. A few more genres. We have sports. Although realism is the goal of the game, fantasy is no exception. Single or team player given instructions. And I like you to see that networked. This is a big deal, especially with the fact that we can hook up our Wii, PC, Xbox, Max, and PlayStation, the internet, and you can play other people online and play in multiplayer modes. That's real big. For example, Call of Duty, you can do that, or play with sports games. But also, there's fantasy aspects of games where you have these sports games that are non-real. They're fun sports games, but they're not 100% realistic. One of the games I can remember of this, and you might not remember it because I'm way older than you, is NBA Jam. It was an awesome game when I was your age. We used to play it all the time, but it was like 2-on-2 basketball, but with NBA players, they could do like, you could hit cheat codes while you're playing, do like ridiculous things. So, which had a fantasy aspect to it. George, type in Ticket to Ride as a board game that's now an app. Josh, NBA Jam, question mark. Yes, NBA, I have it. Max knows what NBA Jam is. Yes, okay, at least people have heard of it. I'm not a complete dinosaur yet. Simulations, these are God games, quotes, where gamers build and manage cities. These are like a lot of the SimCity type games, or where you are, as an example, where you're creating something and managing it. Then we have music and aerobic games, and now you can even add to this sports exercise games, where you have these games played, for example, with stomping option. Wii has a bunch of these, and then with the Kinect, you can do that. And just all the major gaming systems have this now, where you can physically interact with a game, and it's really changing the way we do gaming. Yes, Josh, you're 100% right. You can play as Bill Clinton, NBA Jam. You could play as Air Dog, Bill Clinton. Who was the vice president? Al Gore. There's a bunch of different cool cheat codes. Josh typed in Wii Fit, a simulation. Great example, Max. Typed in Clash of the Clans. So there's a lot of different games out there, and these are the genres they fall into. Now, player perspective. You've probably played from many views of these. You have first person, third person, top down, isometric. Isometric, just seeing one side. Flat, side view, text based. I remember I had this kid when I was a game where they would just have these text conversations between like two standstill characters, and you would learn more about the game via what you're going to do the next level. Noah typed in loves Clash of the Clans. So those are different viewpoints. Now, all those genres and viewpoints are important when you're making a game, because you have to plan out what you're gaming. What's the storyline of it? When you come up with an idea, story, and then you got to storyboard it. Create the ideas and the processes that will go into this game. Are you going to have worlds, levels? What's the outcome? Is it a game that gradually gets harder, like Flappy Birds? Or is it a game like a Mario type game where you have new levels or new worlds you have to go to? Okay? And it continues. Or are you managing a world, such as like in Minecraft? All right. Now, then you design your characters, creating characters. What are your characters going to be like? How are they interacting? What do you do much with them? Do you have a selection of them? All right. So there's different varieties there. And then from there, you putting the characters in motion with a UI, user interface. How, as the player, as the gamer, how am I interacting with the characters? Am I like moving them, jumping with them? Like, what is the action of what I can do with the characters? And some of these characters can be very basic to very advanced. And you guys have played games from everything in between. Like Solitaire, the characters are literally cards, and I just click on them. Or like a Flappy Bird, where I'm just literally clicking up more or clicking less to go down. Or am I again an advanced character where I'm playing Call of Duty and I got this first person view of what's going on? Okay, so lots of options there. What is Clash of the Clans? George asks. Would someone like to explain the greatness of what a Clash of the Clans is? Remember, hands raising aren't great. So I'm going to call him Max. Go ahead, Max. Max. Sure.
Okay, Clash of Clans. It's a game where it's like you have a third person view, and it's like a village with barbarians and all these people that are like from long time ago that you wouldn't be like you wouldn't see a barbarian today. And so it's a fantasy game with different like things like you and so you have to train troops to battle other people and build a base, but there's like a headquarters called the town hall where you can upgrade it, but over time it gets more and more expensive. All these different things get more and more expensive, but every time you upgrade your town hall, you can get more and better things. So you can also get walls that will slow down enemy attackers on your village and upgrade your troops over time to make your attacking better. And that's Clash of Clans.
All right, thank you. Some people commented in, Brendan's not a big supporter. There's apps that have creatures fighting in a way, very good. Josh put in top-down view. Brendan typed in like Deer Hunter challenge though. Noah also typed I have level 10 Town Hall and I'm in Master. Congrats. George responded with cool. All right, thank you everyone. All right, now putting characters in motion, that's where we left off. Designing scenes, what's your background going to look like? What visually? How is it appealing to your user? Then you're going to code everything in whatever coding format that you use or development software, such as GameMaker, for example. Post-production, adding in, you might add some extra things, test and trial, seeing how the game works, adding remarks and viewer and testing and all that post-production things, going back and creating edits, and marketing. Marketing is crazy now with games. I mean, you see it on commercials. There's magazines. There's YouTube clips. I was at a movie. I forget what movie I was seeing, and I'm watching. I thought it was a trailer for an upcoming movie, and actually it was in a preview for a new video game. So a lot of options there. What's happening? Now, we're going to be using Yo-Yo Games to download this. And what is going on here? All right. Sorry, I had something that for some reason deleted and it shouldn't have. All right. Okay. ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to send this link out to you. There are basically 2 versions to this game. All right, and what we're going to work on is trying to get this loaded in the most efficient way possible. Basically, we're going to be downloading the installer. If you have a Mac, download the Mac. If you have a Windows, download the Windows. If you're more familiar with downloading software on Macs, it's going to be a little bit easier with you. I'll try to help you as best I can with the Mac. I'm not as efficient with using Mac in the process because I only started using them this past year. They actually really do anything outside of just doing webinars. Because most of the work development I do is in Windows. So that being said, before you download, I just want to show you what you're going to be doing. You're going to download it, all right? Now, install software on your computer. You need to go through the installation, loading, and running of the software process for your computer. This may take a few minutes. Then open and run the software, okay? So let me go back to here. This is what you're going to use to download the game. So go through this process, and you can download it here. Now, I'll show you an example of this. Let me close this window. When you go to download this, it will look like this. All right. Here's my other window. Now, make sure you download the one for your computer. The main reason we're not going to buy it. It doesn't have as many features, the full-blown Studio Pro or just the basic version. We're just going to do the freebie version, okay? Freebie version doesn't have as many features, but you can learn a lot using it, and if you want something more, you can get more if you feel like paying for that, okay? Now, go ahead and download it. This may take you a few minutes. If you have any questions, please text in. We are not buying this for I want to make that clear as the blue sky. We are not buying it. Download installer. The installer is free, okay? We're going to use the free version, okay? All right. Go ahead and make sure you put your hands down, and because I think people are putting their hands down, I can see that now. Only people have their hands still up are Nick, Noah, and Taha. So if you can put your hands down, that would be superb. Because then I can actually see when your hands are up because I can't control them right now for some reason. All right, go ahead. And once you're done, please raise your hand. If you have any questions, type in. George, you will go under the Mac section, which is here, and download installer under the Mac section, okay? Go ahead. All right. And some people I think are done. Max is done. Brendan's done. Okay, Nick has a question. Go ahead, Nick.
When I try to download it, it says GameMaker cannot be opened because it's from an unidentified developer.
Are you on a Mac or a PC?
A Mac.
All right, click on it and hold the control button.
Okay.
And hit open.
Here, wait. Like, where do I click open? Oh.
See it?
Yeah, is it, just click open?
Yes, you have to override it.
I got it.
All right, great. Thank you.
Do I click then start GameMaker?
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, Josh is like to add. Josh, go ahead. Open up, add. Josh, you're unmuted. Anna, you all right?
It says that the GameMaker cannot be opened because it is from an unidentified developer.
All right. Hit Control, hold Control, and click on it.
Hold
Now click on Open.
Still.
It's a security error, Anna.
Oh.
Hang on.
How's it going, Anna?
It still keeps saying that it can't be opened.
There is, I'm not 100% sure, but it's either Control or Command, and if you hold it and click on it, you'll get another tab that opens next to it.
Did you hide it for a second? Hold on.
Yes, Max?
I have the same problem. I tried both Command and Control, and then click GameMaker, and so it just said, so I click open, a new tab pops up. It says by GameMaker, enter license key and start GameMaker. I click start GameMaker, and it just says GameMaker can't be opened because it is from an unidentified developer. So,
do you have any extra security settings on your Mac?
I'm gonna ask. I'm on my mom's computer, so I'm gonna go ask her.
Okay. Noah's done. Okay, Josh, some input. Go ahead, Josh.
Okay.
Anna and Max. Josh, go ahead.
But if it says it won't open because it's from an unidentified developer, and you are on a Mac, because I can't help you if you're on PC, I'm not good with those. You open up settings, go to security and privacy, and there should pop up something that said so-and-so didn't, and with security and privacy didn't open this because it was from an unidentified developer or whatever. And if you click open anyway, it should ask for an administrator's username and password. You can, and if you don't know it, you can ask your parents. But once you enter that, it will open without saying that.
Thank you, Josh. You put that in a more elegant way than I could. Thank you. I'm going to leave you unmuted and unmute Anna and see if she has a question. Anna, do you have any questions for Josh on that?
I think we've got it.
Yeah, I just had figured out the exact same thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't be more help. I'm a very novice person at Max. But thank you. All right. Max, do you have any questions there that Josh could help you with?
So when that last tab pops up, GameMaker can't be opened because it is from an unidentified developer. Underneath it, it says your security preferences allow installation of only apps from the Mac App Store and identified developers. And it says this is an unidentified developer.
That's because if you go into system preferences,
System preferences. Where is that?
it should be like the little app icon that's in your dock with the little gearbox.
Oh, that. Okay, yeah.
Once you're in system preferences, you click on security and privacy. And there's this little thing that says allow apps downloaded from. And
Wait, security and privacy.
yes, security
Okay.
and privacy is the safe.
Um.
And then under the file, under the little general thing on the tab at the top, there should say something that says allow apps from Mac App Store, and identified developers, or anywhere. And
allow apps downloaded from Mac App Store, and identified developers, or anywhere.
Yes, right now Mac App Store and identified developers has been.
It's already on that.
Yeah, it's already on that.
Yeah.
And since this isn't from either, it won't open it. But you say you've had that problem, so if I'm right, you should look down and see something that says it wouldn't open GameMaker because it was from, because it wasn't from the, because it was from an unidentified developer.
GameMaker was blocked from
that says open anyway.
It says GameMaker was blocked from opening because it is not from an identified developer.
And then there should be a button that says open anyway.
Yeah. Do I click that?
Click on open anyway. It will ask for an administrator's username and password. So you're gonna have to.
It says GameMaker is an application downloaded for the internet. Are you sure you want to open it? Do I click open?
Yeah, click open.
Okay.
It just asks you that when you download stuff.
So I clicked that.
And it should work.
It's taking a while to open up.
That may be the back. Oh, well, that may be the Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on a Mac.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. George, do you have anything you'd like to share?
Well, I was just saying I opened up GameMaker and it says GameMaker license check. This is the trial version of GameMaker for the Mac. You have 0 hours, 10 minutes of accumulated use before you must buy GameMaker. Select buy to be taken to the website.
Okay, which one did you click on?
Of what?
On my screen, which of the 3 for the Mac did you click on?
I clicked download installer.
Okay. Just keep moving forward. It should be fine. I haven't had anyone run into that.
But should I click buy GameMaker?
No.
Enter license key or start GameMaker?
Start GameMaker because you're just going to be using the freebies.
Got it. But
All right.
like it'll shut down after 10 minutes?
No, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think I've been on mine for at least 10 minutes. It hasn't done it.
Yeah, you're fine.
Excuse me?
Josh was saying that he's been on his for over 10 minutes and he's been fine.
Well, I was just saying now it says GameMaker can run in simple mode or advanced mode.
Simple mode.
Should I do?
You're gonna click on simple mode.
Should I do simple or advanced mode?
Simple mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you've used GameMaker before, you might want to use simple.
Just use simple.
Got it. I clicked that and now it's on GameMaker.
Okay, you're good to go. All right. Thank you, Josh, for your help. Thank you, everyone. I always like when I have people collaborating. We all learn from each other. Yes, Noah, go ahead.
I don't have a question. I was just gonna ask simple or advanced mode, but you already answered.
Simple mode it is, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah, I
actually,
think that.
I'll make note of it here. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what I would like you to do, okay, we got everyone up and running now, which is great. Once again, thank you, Josh. I love the collaboration between each other because, I mean, that's just the real world. We work with other people. We learn from one another, and you do that not just as a student, but as an adult. I've had a great opportunity learning from all of you, and you're learning from me, and we're learning from each other as a whole, and we're all gaining so much from being a part with each other. I always appreciate everyone's collaboration. All right. Now, I'm going to show you a few things, but what I want you to realize that your version might not look like this version because you have a Mac or depending on the PC version. All right. So there are some similarities, but there are also some differences. Okay. On the newest PC version, what will happen? You'll have this tab. It says like welcome, and you have these tabs across for open. Even on the Mac version or any of the versions, open allows you to go and search for other things you've worked on, okay? So don't threat if yours doesn't look like this. Next, new project, no matter what software you're using. Typically when you say new, it allows you to create a new software. In this case, you can name it as well, and it shows you the directory route. Import, you can import from others areas. The release notes, when you ever see release notes, that's just telling you about the date and when you got it, etc., and the version. Demos, some of the versions that some of you guys have out there are going to have some demos that are attached to it. Tutorials, all the versions come with a tutorial, and they're just in different areas. And actually, we're going to be doing the D&D tutorial together so you can learn to do a basic game, all right? News, that's anytime you might find on some of the version, and then license just your basics. All right. When you open it up, some of you will have this colored version of this black and green. I'll admit I don't like it. I prefer the other color, which is a white version where all these icons up top are different colors. Most of them, they might have a different color, but if you leave your cursor on it, it will hover and tell you what you do. In yours, when you start a new game, this little Pac-Man looking logo is typically red. The red Pac-Man logo allows you to grab sprites. All right. If you go to File under Preferences, you can actually change the colors of this, and that's on any of the versions. Okay. All right. Now, Max has a question. Yes, Max. Go ahead, Max.
I downloaded it, and it's just taking me to the Yo-Yo Games stuff. At the top, it says Yo-Yo Games.
Okay, you're gonna have to be more specific because the developer is called Yo-Yo Games.
It's Game Maker News.
Okay, so look for a new or create.
A new or create?
Yes, so you can create a game.
I don't see that.
You're gonna have to click around because it's on the Mac version.
I'm looking around. No, it's just telling me all these
Hold on one second. I'm gonna have Nick explain it to you.
Okay.
Yes, Nick, go ahead.
So the same thing happened to me. You just go to the bottom where it has like the Game Maker open and just click on it, and you should see like it has.
Wait, what do you click on?
Open.
That little green box on the like your bottom of the screen.
Green box,
It
bottom of the
has like the
screen.
G on it, that where all your icons are.
Oh, yeah. You click on that.
If you press and hold that, it should say that a game maker for Mac OS X.
Yeah. Oh, now I see
You
it.
just click on that.
Yeah, now I see it. Okay, thanks.
All right. Thank you, Nick. There you go, Max. All right. So your icons are going to look a little bit different, but they're going to do the same thing. Now, some aspects, the overview of Game Maker. It's a drag and drop aspect that uses sprites, stages, backgrounds. You can edit them in game creation, and it's scalable. All right. So scalable meaning you can move it up or move it down in functionality. Now, vocabulary. So please pay attention to the vocabulary. This is what's going to be used. Sprites are images, objects, or images with attributes that can act. So think about interactions, relationships, how will your object behave with planned events and actions. For example, if you have a sprite run into another sprite, what is the action that's going to take place there? What's the relationship between these two objects? Events, things that occur in the game, a player winning, a player losing, collecting points, etc. Actions, program responses to event. If I click on this piece of fruit, do I collect it or does it do nothing? If I hit a bomb, does it end the game? What is the action? Rooms are referred to environments, areas you're working in. Sounds, you can add noises, music, etc. What I'm going to give you to do, I'm going to give you 10 minutes, all right? 10 minutes just to experiment and try things out, all right? Think about it. When you get a new video game, the majority of us, including myself, I don't read the instructions, and I'm assuming most of you do not either. You open up the game and you get at it. You just start playing it and you figure it out as you go, and then you make some adjustments. That's what I want you to do now. I want you to take about 10 minutes, figure things out. If you make mistakes, you'll learn from those mistakes. You'll discover things, and then we'll share those things that you discover. And just make your own discoveries. Now, the other second reason why I want you to do that is that when we go to start using this, you will have a better background knowledge of what's going on. Okay? So go ahead and take your 10 minutes. Yes, George.
I cannot find the green box that they were talking about.
You're on a Mac or a PC?
Mac.
Okay.
On it says Game Maker News.
All
on
right.
the top.
It should be on the bottom. Like it said, have like an open word.
Open. I don't see anything that says open. It says that there are like 13 pages.
Click on another tab. Don't scroll.
Another tab, like Home, Game Maker, Showcase, one of those.
Click on yes.
Of where? Yes, where?
All right, hold on. I'm gonna ask Nick. Just be honest with you, I'm not really familiar with the Mac version of this. With the fact of like the downloading, I'm still in the learning process because I'm not real good with Macs. Nick.
Okay, so on the bottom of your screen where you see all the icons,
Yes.
you should see like a green box that has like a G inside of it.
News about that stuff on the very bottom.
Like what?
I have like this gray box, this really long gray box that stretches all the way across the screen. On the right side, it has like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
No, this is at the very bottom of the screen where all your icons are.
Yeah.
Like where you have like the internet and calendar and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a green box.
Where it says Game Maker.
Yeah.
I
If you
should.
press and hold that, it should say Game Maker News and Game Maker for Mac OS X.
So then, should I click the new
You
game?
click the Game Maker Mac OS X.
And then the simple mode, new game.
Simple mode, new game.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, everybody. All right, go ahead. Take your 10 minutes. Yes, Max.
So when I go to create a sprite, it just gives me this really tiny, like, box to work in.
Okay.
Like, there's this huge box, and in the top left corner, there's this small green box. And that's the only space I can see that isn't gray that I can work with.
Okay. Well, this is experiment time. So you're just going to have to try things out and see what you discover.
Okay.
Okay? All right? Because there's no wrong or right answer right now. I just want you to mess with things and gain some understanding and have further questions in the future, because what we're going to do
Yeah.
next class is that you're going to go through and learn how to use a large quantity of skills by developing a game over this week and next.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, how would I make a sprite with
You're going to have to
like
figure that out.
a centimeter by a centimeter?
All right? You're going to have to experiment and figure that out for right now. Okay? Thank you. Yes, Anna.
I think I have it. Never mind.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your time just to try things out. Are you going to get stumped on some things? Yes, because you never used it before. But I want you to persevere and discover things on your own. Okay? That's what this time's for. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take another. Let's bring it back together now. All right. Anna, yes?
When I try to click and drag things into the screen area, it won't work.
Okay. Well, that's good. Now you learn that that doesn't work, and there has to be a process around getting to that. Okay. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to feel like I'm purposely not helping you. I want you to become aware of things through experimenting. We've done this with multiple softwares. What we're going to be doing next class and next week is that you're going to start creating a game that is the second tutorial. So if you need extra help, you can always look right in front of you in the tutorial. I broke the tutorial down even more, and what you're going to be doing is going into this and creating a variety of new, getting familiar. Would anyone like to share something they learned? Brendan, if you type not working, that's not very descriptive. So there could be 1,000 to millions of different ideas that could pop in my head. So please be more descriptive when you type something of that nature. Would anyone like to share something? Just type in and I will call on you. Okay, George, thank you. Typing in. Go ahead, George.
Well, I've just been having some fun with the image editor.
Okay, so you started working with the image editor. Very cool. Thank you.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing and participating, George. All right. Anyone else? All right. All right. Next class. See, we have Josh. Go ahead, Josh.
I found out how to use the tools to make a genuine looking derpy duck.
Awesome. Very good. And where did you go to do that?
I went to the sprites. I double clicked the sprite I made and clicked on edit sprite, and it brought me to the image editor.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Brendan. I'm going to call on you. That was much needed detail. I don't know where you're at. Oh, must have signed off. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one final announcement. Next class, you will have a substitute instructor, probably for the next 2 classes. I am going to Boston for the National Science Teachers Association Conference for about 5 days. So with that being stated, you'll have someone that's filling in. Please be patient with this person. And any major questions or you have confusion, I will help you the following week. All right. Any other questions or concerns? If not, have a wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, our mistakes can be our largest discoveries. So don't always think about the downside of things. Look at the bright side of what you learned and what you gained. Okay? Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful night. And as always, thank you for being part of Young Engineers of today.